At my engagement party, my fiance's mom cornered me and said, "Did he tell you about the woman in his basement?" My engagement party was supposed to be the best night of my life. My fiance Vincent and I had been together for 2 years, but 30 minutes into my engagement party, my future mother-in-law pulled me aside and said randomly, "Did he tell you about the woman in his basement?" I froze. I thought I heard her wrong. "Excuse me?" She looked over her shoulder like she was scared someone would hear. "It's not my place, but if I were you, I'd ask him about it before you say I do." Before I could ask what the hell she was talking about, she disappeared into the crowd. I stood there frozen, holding a glass of wine I couldn't drink, watching my fiance laugh with his cousins across the room. What woman? What basement? I pulled Vincent away from his cousins and dragged him into the backyard. When I asked him about the woman in his basement, he stopped smiling and went pale. "Did my mom tell you?" She wasn't supposed to say anything. I felt my heart beat faster. I asked him what was going on and he grabbed both my hands. He said, "Don't worry, I'm handling it. Go back to the party. It's not what you think." I asked what that meant and he just kept saying, "It's fine. He's taking care of it. He didn't want to ruin tonight." I pulled my hands away from him. "Vincent, is there actually a woman in your basement? I've never seen a man look so guilty before. I can't do this anymore. I'm going to your house right now," I said. His whole body tensed up and he begged me not to go. He said I wasn't supposed to find out like this. His voice was shaking and his eyes kept darting toward the party like he was scared someone would hear us. That's when I knew something was really wrong. His Aunt Linda walked by and asked if everything was okay. Vincent smiled and said we were fine, just needed some air. She didn't look convinced, but she kept walking. A few of his cousins were watching us from across the room now. I told Vincent to give me his keys to the house. He refused. I said I would drive to his house right now and break a window if I had to. He looked like he was going to cry. He kept saying, "Please, just wait. Let him explain. Don't do this here." But he literally wouldn't explain anything. Just more vague panic that made everything worse. I said screw it. I snatched his keys from his hand, grabbed my purse, and headed for the door. Vincent chased me into the parking lot, still begging me to stop. A crowd started to form in the parking lot. I got in my car. He stood in front of my car like he was going to block me from leaving. I told him to move or I'd literally run him over. He moved. During the drive to his house, I spent every second of it imagining the worst. A kidnapping, hostage, some woman chained up in his basement while he smiled and laughed at our engagement party. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely hold the steering wheel. I texted my best friend his address and told her if she didn't hear from me in 30 minutes to call the police. When I pulled into his driveway, the house was dark. I got out of the car and walked to the front door of his house. I unlocked the front door and went straight for the basement. My hands were shaking when I opened it. The stairs were dark, but I could see a light on at the bottom. When I walked downstairs, I saw a woman sitting on a small bed in the corner of the basement. The second she saw me, she started crying hysterically. "Oh my God, please help me. He's been keeping me down here. I can't leave." My stomach dropped. I started backing toward the stairs, ready to call 911. Then she stood up and her eyes landed on my hand, on my engagement ring. The crying immediately stopped. "Wait," her whole face changed. "He proposed to you?" I didn't answer. I was confused. "That ring was supposed to be mine." Her voice turned aggressive. "I've been waiting for Vincent here in this basement. Vincent and I were supposed to be together, not you." Before I could say anything, she straight on lunged at me. I scrambled up the stairs and slammed the door shut behind me, trying to catch my breath. I tried to dial 911 with shaky fingers when I heard the front door slam open. Vincent ran in the house with the police and they dragged her out the basement while she was kicking and screaming that I stole her man. After she was arrested, I demanded Vincent to tell me who she was. He told me they dated years ago and was his crazy ex. She saw our engagement announcement posted online and showed up the night before refusing to leave.